These beetles are Asian lady beetles. Ain't nothing lady about them. They're about as annoying as all get out. Let me tell you, I've been learning how to make kindling and fire sticks, or not fire sticks. They might as well be called a fire stick, honestly. Feather sticks and stuff like that, which I find very soothing for some reason. Just taking little slivers of wood off of a bigger piece of wood. Very, I guess some people would call it therapeutic. I just find it soothing and satisfying, I guess. So, like, that's kind of like one of my new favorite hobbies or something. This is my homemade, homemade tinder. I dropped some on the ground. I can't tell if you can see it or not because I don't have my glasses on. There it is. This is one of my feather sticks. I guess we'll light it up and see if it helps. Well, that went out pretty quick too, didn't it? All right, we're gonna light it again. I think some moisture might have gotten into my kindling bucket. Well, tote. I'm gonna have to drill a couple holes or something in it to let some air flow. I think that might do it this time. Hopefully. I gotta get my wood that I split yesterday. I gotta get it stacked. I think it's very cool to have a free source of a way to cook food. I'm just not used to having to prepare that way of cooking, 3 hours in advance, 4, whatever. So that's going to take some getting used to, obviously. Boy, that's a huge bee. Guess they make them bigger in the woods. I don't know. My gosh. All right, so now I got to get some of these split up just a little bit smaller. She's going pretty good now. Woo. Yeehaw. Sweet. On to the next project. Made quite a mess over here over the past few days. this stuff I'll be using in the big fire pit once I get back over there in the next couple of days. Get some more brush burned up. Stuff like this. All these pine needles, twigs, and such. Put these up there. 99.9% of my firewood is pines. But it's free. It's on my land already, so I'm using what I got. My trusty Papa Squat. I don't know if there's a wrong way or right way to stack firewood, but I'm just stacking it. Learning as I go, I guess. I think that might be the best way. These worms in here are very gross looking. To say the least. I'm really looking forward to getting this area up here done so I can make my way towards my pond. I really want to get down there and get the land cleared and assess everything. So I can decide where I'm going to build my cabin and all that good stuff. I did purchase a little chainsaw mill gadget that I'm wanting to try out. Maybe today. And I have 3 decent size logs left that I've kept. So I can try it out. Seeing as how I've never used anything like that before. And I guess I'll bring you guys along for the ride. We can check it out together. Should be fun. Especially if it works, to be able to use my own resources to build my home. That would be amazing. That would be completely amazing. Of course, God amazes me all the time. Being here at all is amazing. I mean, I don't even know the length that most people cut their firewood. I guess if you're doing a wood burning stove, it would be according to the length of your wood burning stove. But I'm not doing that yet. I plan to in my cabin to have a wood burning stove. But right now, I'm just using it on my campfire and trying to learn how to cook on an open fire and all that stuff. So that'll be good for kindling. So yeah, this is just an amazing opportunity to be out here. And I mean, when I was a kid, I was outside all the time catching crawdads and all that stuff. And it was just the best time ever. And now to be here again, 40 years later. Wow, 35, 40 years later. And living in this atmosphere and learning all the things. And it's truly amazing. Some of the things obviously are rather annoying at times, like those stink bugs and these particular things I'm dealing with now. For instance, but all in all, I mean, to be able to come out here at some time during and just hear the peace and quiet and hear the morning doves and the woodpeckers and all that stuff, it's truly amazing. And the breeze and sometimes I don't enjoy the breeze. Like a couple nights ago when it was howling, it was so loud. But made it through. God got me through. Get out of my face. Off my... See what I'm saying? Annoying. If I can get the... Oh no. Oh no. FedEx is delivering something. They're coming down my new driveway and it's... Well, they made it. I don't know how they're going to get back up out of here, but we'll find out. The FedEx driver come down my new driveway and thank God he didn't sink and was able to back out. So yay. That means I definitely feel better about having my container delivered. All right. This is another project off the list, off my to-do list. All right. Now that's stacked. I think I'll rake this off a little bit. Just to get some of this coverage off the ground. Because out here, I've encountered a couple huge spiders that almost made me scream because they startled me so abruptly. Yeah, that looks a lot better. I think so anyway. What do you think? I don't mind the look of the sawdust. And it's actually falling through for the most part. Trying to get to a point where I don't have to do construction right here. So I can get this area nice and cleaned up and presentable. I would love to be able to have that area cleared off enough by spring, if not before, depending on the weather, to where I can actually start building a foundation, at least, for my future cabin. My land, kind of like from the road, is like an embankment, comes down, then it's flat, like where I'm at now, and then it goes down, and then there's some flat, and then it goes down some more, and then there's some flat. So, thank God, that last flat is where the pond is. So, I'm wanting to clear out around the pond all the thick overgrowth, because I mean, it's very thick. It's not long now, and I'll be heading to the pond. See if I can get rid of these things so I can get in my house. You knock them off, and then they land on you, on me. And they come right back. Get off my door. Off my house. So annoying. I mean, to tell you. A little bit ago, one landed on the rim of my glasses while I had them on my face. This is one of my favorite things to do at the moment. Making kindling and tinder. Just very satisfying. I wish now, growing up, that I would have paid more attention to learning different skills and trades and stuff like that. I'd love to learn how to weld. I know a couple master welders. I wouldn't mind learning how to cut down a tree. But getting rid of the root and the stump is a lot easier if the tree's still attached. Because without the tree, I don't have the leverage for it to pull it down. So it takes a lot longer to dig up a stump and get it out of the ground than it does to dig around the tree and push it and let the tree pull it up out of the ground. So there's that. Thank God I have wonderful neighbors now, who have helped me out tremendously, and I'm able to help them out with, having the mini and stuff like that. I can help them out, and so it's a blessing to have good neighbors. Even when I was just out here, before I even moved my camper out here, before I moved onto the property, I probably knew 3 or 4 of my neighbors, because they stopped and introduced themselves, and if there's anything you need, let me know, let us know. That's a neighbor. That's a blessing to have such good neighbors, you know, who help each other out. I mean, to me, that is a community. So I'm very blessed and very thankful to have a community. People who want the best for each other, and, you know, they look out for each other. And that to me is priceless. I think I've talked more with God since I've been out here. Not as much as I should, probably. But when it's really quiet, and um, you just hear the birds chirping and singing and all that stuff, and you really can enjoy the peace of his creation, even with all the annoying things that are also part of his creation. I have the time now to actually enjoy life. This is true freedom for me. This is freedom. And I can honestly say that I'm living my best life now. Thank you, Jesus. I think I need a bigger pan. I think I'm going to use my small one for some mushrooms. Yeah. My smaller pan wasn't preheated. Yay! Mushrooms!